Welcome to Inside Gaming, I'm Brian. It's weekend roundup time. So it's no secret, guys, that Elden Ring has come out of the gates hot. The PS5 and Xbox Series X versions are currently sitting at 96s on Metacritic right now. It's basically taken over the entire gaming zeitgeist. Everybody's playing it, everybody's talking about it. I checked Steam, it's still one of the top games, same with Twitch. So yeah, Elden Ring, huge right now, but not everybody is happy for Elden Ring's success. You know what success does? It brings out the haters, and that is what's going on right now. Some devs at other gaming studios throwing a little shade at Elden Ring, criticizing its UI, its lack of tutorials, you name it. So let's get into the drama. It all started on Twitter. Where else? Because that is where drama lives. It started when former Battlefield 2042 dev and now current UX designer at Ubisoft, Ahmed Salmana, called out Elden Ring's Metacritic rating and said it was, quote, proof that reviewers don't give a flaming poop about gaming user experience design. He added, "My life is a lie." And first of all, dude, you work at Ubisoft, so get your own open world game house in order before criticizing other studios. He's like, wait a minute, where's Elden Ring's 300 quest markers at any given time? Boo, bad game. I'm just saying, dude. Maybe people like it because there isn't a bunch of crap on the screen, just saying. Then other devs piled on. Developer Rebecca Fernandez O'Shea at Nixon Software, which is a Sony first-party studio, added that reviewers also don't care about, quote, PC graphics, stability, and performance, apparently. Then it got real juicy. Blake Rabouche, who is the senior quest designer of Horizon Forbidden West, added his 2 cents saying, nor quest design. Really, maybe just a little sour grapes there, Blake, because your game released a week before and you're mad that Elden Ring is now stealing all the thunder. I get it, dude. You're a little salty. Maybe don't take that to Twitter. I'm just saying it's a bad look. Salama even went further in criticizing Elden Ring, saying that its user experience is so bad, quote, that I can only imagine FromSoft devs smoking at their desks and using CRT monitors. Well, whatever they did, it's better than any Ubisoft game from the last 10 years, so maybe y'all should take it up. I'm just saying, dude. Anyway, this of course caused a ton of controversy online, with Elden Ring fans jumping in to defend it, and then there were others who agreed that the game did have its issues, which it does. It most certainly does, but it's just sort of not a good look when you're just throwing shots at other games. I don't know. Reddit user Gambuzino posted a parody image titled, "If Ubisoft developed Elden Ring," and it showed a screen, of course, chock full of text, quest markers, and an action bar, basically making it look like an MMO. Another user, Clay Puppington, piled onto the Ubisoft hate, adding, imagine needing to platform up to 500 nearly identical towers to uncover parts of the map. Ouch. It got so bad that all 3 devs either deleted or locked their Twitter accounts because they definitely didn't expect this, and the popular streamer Asmongold jumped into the fray, criticizing the developers, saying they can't understand why their effort isn't being met with the same praises. Well, that's because they're delusional. If you don't understand why Elden Ring is receiving praise and certain other games are not receiving praise, you shouldn't be working on games. And I think a lot of the reason it is getting praise is because, well, one, it's fun, the gameplay's fun, it's open world, but also there just isn't a lot of crap on the screen either. There's not like a million things cluttering up everything. It's just a plain video game. It's kind of refreshing in 2022. Asmongold added that the reason Elden Ring is successful is that the devs, quote, were able to see into the mind of the person and give the person what they want. I think the reason why players like Elden Ring is because it doesn't have any pay to win, pay for convenience, or microtransaction bells and whistles. Yes, exactly. There's also no implementation of the viewpoints of the real world developers being injected into the game in an overt way. On the other hand, Elden Ring is getting some hate too. It's getting review bombed on Steam by fans of Horizon Forbidden West because, God forbid, people just play games and enjoy them and not turn them into some weird tribal identity that you have to constantly go to war for and defend. I'm just saying, just play the game sometimes. It doesn't mean anything about yourself whether you like one game or not. You can just enjoy one or both or neither. I don't give a just play video games. So yeah, another slap fight in video games. That's what this story boils down to. As for Elden Ring, could some PvP DLC be in the plans? There's a lot of rumors going on about that. The Souls modder Lance McDonald definitely thinks that'll be a thing. He used a free camera recently to explore some currently unused areas in the game. Looked like they could be used for a PvP focused mode in the future. There were some coliseums in various regions that aren't accessible right now. McDonald didn't provide any narration, but they titled the video, quote, Elden Ring Coliseum, probably DLC thing. So there you go. Meanwhile, while much has been written about Elden Ring's length, speedrunners already doing their thing. The speedrunner Nico Bellic recently beat it in a little more than 2.5 hours without dying once. It is amazing what people do in these speedruns nowadays. I sound like an old person. It is amazing what the kids can do, but seriously, it is amazing. It's also amazing, especially considering that barely half of the players on PC have beaten the game's first big boss, so I don't know, it's nuts. But yeah, Elden Ring is good, and its success shouldn't make you feel bad about your own game. Just work on making your own game better. Don't throw rocks at Elden Ring, just saying. All right, on to the rest of the stories. GTA 5, the game that will never die, is releasing soon on next-gen consoles, but at different pricing. Video Games Chronicle reports that GTA 5 appears to have been discounted by 75% on PS5 and just 50% on the Xbox Series X and S. The PS5 version of GTA 5 Story Mode is currently listed for pre-order at $9.99 on the PlayStation Store. However, on Xbox Series X and S, the Story Mode and GTA Online cost twice as much, $19.99. Rockstar said the games will have 3 graphics modes to choose from: Fidelity Mode for the highest visual quality, a Performance Mode to offer the most responsive gameplay, and Performance RT Mode, billed as a hybrid of the other 2 modes. It comes out on both consoles March 15th. We finally have a release date for Gotham Knights. If you're not familiar, it is a co-op DC Heroes game that has Robin, Nightwing, Batgirl, and Red Hood. WB Games Montreal tweeted that it'll be out in October, saying on the game's official Twitter, Gotham will always need its heroes. Suit up for an all-new adventure on 10/25/22. That's October 25th. Fans have been waiting a while for the game. It was initially supposed to release last year. We got a story trailer in October showing Nightwing having a conversation with the Penguin. He was saying, you guys don't stand a chance against the Court of Owls, and it looked cool. So yeah, it's coming in October. The remake of 2 Advance Wars games has been delayed. Nintendo announced that Advance Wars 1 and 2 Reboot Camp has been pushed back indefinitely as a result of the Russian invasion of Ukraine. Nintendo announced on Twitter, in light of recent world events, we have made the decision to delay Advance Wars 1 and 2 Reboot Camp, which was originally scheduled to release on the Switch on April 8th. Please stay tuned for updates on a new release date. Now, both of the strategy games are based around fictional wars, with the first involving a war of aggression by one country over a neighbor, so yeah, a little too close. It makes sense that they would delay it. Other games have also been delayed due to the conflict. Stalker 2 has been delayed indefinitely as the Ukrainian developers working on it obviously have way more important things to worry about right now than video games. So yeah, stay safe. The union representing a bunch of media outlets, including Kotaku, has declared victory in a fight with their owner. GMG Union had been on strike over wages and working conditions, and they asked users not to click on or contribute to sites like Kotaku and Gizmodo. Their owner, Geo Media, is a holding company that runs, well, they don't run them very well, but they are in charge of a bunch of well-known sites, including Gizmodo, Kotaku, Deadspin, Lifehacker, The Root, AV Club, The Onion, a lot of stuff. It was formed in 2019 when Great Hill Partners, a private equity firm, purchased all the websites from Univision. In the labor dispute, GMG had demands including they wanted salary minimums, healthcare coverage compliant with the standards laid out by the World Professional Association for Transgender Health, and apparently, finally, Geo backed down, or is it Geo? Geo, one of those. They backed down anyway. The union said earlier this week that the members of GMG Union have reached a tentative deal with management pending a ratification vote by members. The deal includes, quote, higher salary minimums for all positions and, quote, trans-inclusive healthcare, along with a 3% annual raise, 15 weeks of parental leave, 12 weeks of severance, greater workplace diversity, stronger editorial independence, and guarantees against forced relocation. So there you go. All right, time for a 5-second review. All right, so this game is only good if you like old school tactical RPGs. Of course I loved it, of course. All right, let's get to the games coming out next week. First up, GTA 5. It's GTA 5. I don't need to read a description. You know what GTA 5 is. Comes to PS5 and the Xbox Series X and S March 15th. Next up, Tunic. Explore a land filled with lost legends, ancient powers, and ferocious monsters in Tunic, an isometric action game about a small fox on a big adventure. Comes to PC, Xbox Series X, and Xbox One March 16th. Dark Deity. Step into the world of Terrazael and lead soon-to-be legendary heroes in a quest to restore a land fractured by broken oaths, reckless wars, and untamed magic. Fight back in turn-based battles, manage your character relationships, collect artifacts, and hopefully restore the world. Comes to Switch March 17th. Persona 4 Arena Ultimax. The stages are ultimate, the tension is maximum, the fight is the Ultimax. Get it? Experience the latest entry into the beloved Persona 4 series with a thrilling fighting twist. Join the heroes as they combat an army of shadows in the P1 Climax. Comes to PC, PS4, and Switch March 17th. Star Tenders. Prepare for your unexpected enrollment into the Star Tenders Academy. Your goal is to create bizarre beverages for colorful customers in the hope that no one noticed you haven't the slightest clue what's going on. That's like every job. It comes to the Quest and the PSVR March 17th. This means Warp. It's co-op space survival fun, Jim, but not as we know it. This means Warp is an intense spaceship management roguelike experience for 1 to 4 players. Explore a procedurally generated universe, upgrade your ship, battle dangerous enemies, and adapt your strategy to survive in a hostile universe. Comes to PC March 17th. Who pressed mute on Uncle Marcus? Probably your aunt, I don't know. An eccentric FMV murder mystery with a twist. Someone has poisoned Uncle Marcus. It's definitely your aunt. Uncover the truth in the yearly family quiz and try to save him before it's too late. Comes to PC, PS4, Xbox One, and Switch March 18th. And finally, Stranger of Paradise, Final Fantasy Origin. In this hardcore action RPG, Jack must hazard numerous challenges to bring the light of the crystals back to Cornelia, a kingdom conquered by darkness. Fight your way through fierce battles with a variety of means to defeat your enemies, with multiple difficulty options and a wide selection of jobs and weapons available to customize your party. You can choose exactly how you want to play it. Will restoring the crystal's light usher in peace or a new form of darkness? Or perhaps something else entirely? Comes to PC, PS5, Xbox Series X, PS4, and Xbox One March 18th. That's all the news I got for you this week, guys. I hope you're having a great weekend. We will see you soon.